Hello, good morning to all. I Kusum Chaudhary, Assistant Professor in School of Architecture, Galgotias University. Today we have your next module, which is prefab. So in this module, we have your subject Building Construction 6, and in this subject we will start your module with the introduction to prefabrication. So here we have some prerequisite related to this module, cladding and insulations. Basically in the previous module already we have covered these topics: floor finishes, PCC terrazzo, stone slab, brick and terracotta tile, introduction to aluminium as building material, advantages and disadvantages, aluminium frame door windows and partition, designs and construction detail related to the partition. These topics already we have covered in the previous module. So here we have some objective of this current module. First one is to develop and include universal design principle, designing in lightweight construction like concrete, pre-tensioning, post-tensioning, and next we have defects and remedies in building. So let's start with the definition of prefabrication. What is meant by prefabrication? Prefabrication is the practice of assembling component of a structure in a factory or other manufacturing site and transporting complete assembly or sub-assembly to the construction site where the structure is to be located. That process is known as the prefabrication. Precast structure is also known as prefabricated structure, which means we have already manufactured part of any structure like steel structure, like concrete structure, and so on. And now we have some principle of prefabrication to effect economy in cost, to improve quality as the component can be manufactured under control conditions, to speed up construction, to use the material which possess their innate characteristics like lightweight, easy workability, and so on. So here you can see a few example of prefabrication. These are the live example. Here you can see wall panel prefabrication. This wall is made by the prefabricated construction. So these are the panel already constructed in factory and manufacturing site, and then it used here and assembled. Now we have the metro prefabrication. This part already precasted in the factory or site. So this is already manufactured, and now we have non-load bearing wall. This is an example of prefabrication. These were some example of prefabrications. So now we have concept of prefabrication. Prefabricated sections are produced in a large quantities in a factory and then shipped to various construction sites. So as you can see in this image, these are the section of prefabricated and then preparing for the transport to the construction site and assembled. Here you can see the assemble of the prefabrication and trying to assembling the unit of the prefabricated. This process may allow work to continue despite poor weather condition and should reduce any waste in time and material at the site. Precast concrete units are cast and hardened before used for construction. Sometimes builder cast component at the building site and hoist them into place after they harden. This is the concept of prefabrication. What is mean by prefabrication? As I already mentioned, when we construct our unit and structure already in factory or at the manufacturing site, and then we transport to the construction site. So this process of the prefab construction is known as the prefabrication. Here are given two stages of prefabrication. First one is manufacturing at factory condition. and second one is erection of component at the required location. So basically when we use the prefabrication, this technique permits the speedy erection of structure. This requires certain stages of preparation. They are like casting, curing, transporting and erection at building site. So for example, you can see concrete is placed into the mold. So firstly we have to place the concrete into molds, and then we have to compact of concrete by using a vibrator, and then we have to leave this unit for the drying for few days, and after that we have to curing these units, and after complete this process we have to transport these unit to the site, and then we can assemble these unit at the construction site. So these are the some process of the prefabrication preparation and till the assembling units. So in this slide we will discuss about the need for prefabrication. When we talk about the prefabrication structure, so prefabricated structure are used for the site which is not suitable for normal construction method such as hilly region, and also when normal construction material are not easily available. In that case we use the prefabricated structures, and structures which are used repeatedly and can be standardized such as go down, porta house, shelter, porta cabin and overbridges. So in these conditions, in for these structures we use the prefabricated method. So for example you can see porta cabin, and here you can see the overbridges, and again this is the overbridges, site offices and porta house. So these are the structures when for these we use the prefabrication method. Now we comes on the uses of prefabrication. So when a particular part is repeated many times, then we prefer the prefabrication method. Prefabricated steel sections reduce on-site cutting and welding cost. So that's why we use the prefabricated procedure, because we know it reduces the time as well as the cost. Prefabrication techniques are used in the construction of apartment block and housing developments with repeated housing unit, because as I mentioned in earlier, when we know we have to repeat the same unit for our construction, so we use the prefabricated units. The technique is also used in warehouse and the factory building. Prefabricated steel and glass section are widely used for the exterior of large buildings. So that's why we prefer the prefabrication method for speedy erection, and the it help to reduce the cost of labor and the material as well as the other cost also. So here you can see the construction of prefabricated structure, and again construction of prefabricated structures. So these are the example of the prefabricated structure. So in this slide here are given few advantages of prefabrication. First one is fast speed of construction, economy in large scale project, formwork, shuttering and scaffolding is greatly reduced, because in the prefabrication method we don't need the shuttering and scaffolding for construction. And then construction time is reduced, work time is reduced, quality control can be easily maintained in factory assembly. Prefabrication can be located where skilled labor, materials, space are less, bad weather or hazardous environment at the construction site is minimized. Work is done with a better technology, less workers are needed, members can be used again in case of the prefabrication. So here are given few disadvantages of prefabrication. We have to carefully handling of prefabricated component such as concrete panel or steel or glass panel, because they can be broken. Leaks can form at joint in prefabricated components. Attention has to be paid to the strength and corrosion resistance of the joining of prefabricated sections to the avoid failure of the joint, because these are already manufactured unit and member. So during the jointing these sections, we have to careful. Transportation cost may be higher for voluminous prefabricated section, because we have to transport these units from factory to the construction site. So it can be vary according to the distance and location, and it can be high. Large prefabricated structure require heavy duty cranes and precision measurement. Large group of buildings from the same type of prefabricated element tend to look drab and monotonous. So these are the some disadvantages if we will talk about the prefabrication. So now we comes on the materials used for the prefabrication. The material used in prefabrication components are: the modern trend is to use concrete, steel, treated wood, metal structure. And while choosing the material for prefabrication, the following special characteristics are to be considered, such as lightweight for easy handling and transport, thermal insulation property, easily workability, durability in all weather condition, non-combustibility, economy in cost, sound insulation. So these are the some characteristics we should be take care about these points during the construction of the prefabrication and while choosing the material for the prefabrication. So here are given some factors affecting on-site and off-site prefabrication. One of the main factor which affect the factory prefabrication transport is the width of transport vehicle is the factor which affect the whether the prefabrication is to be done on site or in factory. So suppose the factory is situated at a long distance from the construction site and the vehicle have to cross a congested traffic with heavy weight element. The cast in situ prefabrication is preferred in that case. Therefore, we can adopt factory offsite prefabrication for this type of construction. So now we will discuss about the prefabrication system. This system is based on the use of the basic structural element to form whole or part of a building. For example, precast channel unit, we can use hollow core slab for the roofing and hollow blocks for the partition, precast solid slab, precast columns. So this is an example of hollow core slab. Here you can see the hollow core assembly. These are the reinforced concrete channel units for the drain purpose, and these are the hollow blocks which is used for the partition. So these were the some prefabrication units. Here are some precast concrete slab as you can see in these images. So these slab used for floor or roof deck. So first one we have solid flat slab, hollow core slab, double T slab, and single T. So basically these are the different type of slab which is used according to the structure, load and the span of the building. So this is an image hollow core slab stack at the precast plant. So these were the example of precast concrete slab. So in this slide we have some other precast prefabricated examples, prefab retaining walls and the metro construction. So in these images you can see the prefab retaining wall. Again, this is the example of prefab retaining wall, and here you can see the metro construction and of prefabrication. So basically these are the pillars which is constructed on site, and this part which is already prefabricated and transport to the material during the construction of the metro. Here are another live example of prefabricated building. This is the one of the project which is in Greater Noida. Project Golf and Podium Villas. Location is Sector 27, Greater Noida in Uttar Pradesh. Unit 3, 4 and 5 BHK which are constructed in the prefabrication. So this unit is completely constructed in prefabrication. So this is the view of this society, and here are some detailed images of the during the construction and of this building. So in this slide here are given some references of prefabrication. So you can use these references for more detail about the prefabrication and prefabricated. So here are given 4 questions for your assignment. First one is what is prefabrication and explain its principle. Second one is what is concept of prefabrication. So you have to answer these questions by the help of the images and suitable sketches. Third one is what are the uses of prefabrication in construction industry, and what are the advantages and disadvantages of prefabrication and prefab. So you have to answer all these questions. So at the end of this lecture, I would like to thanks to everyone for watching and listening this video. Thank you.